Good afternoon, I'm Nate Myhock and welcome to Up North at 4. Today we'll chat about an opportunity for kids to fine-tune their acting skills this summer. We'll meet a local author to hear about her newly published book. We'll get to all that in a bit, but first, here's your top 4 at 4. Something we take for granted in the Northwoods is the abundance of free parking that is usually a little harder to come by in larger cities, and sometimes you'll even get a parking ticket for parking on your own property. And that's exactly what happened to a family in San Francisco. And in order to get out of paying that ticket, the family had to prove that their car pad had historically been used on their property. They finally found an aerial photo from 1938 that showed just that, and luckily the city did the right thing and canceled the fine, but it's a good reminder that I'll never complain about parking in small-town Wisconsin ever again. I think everyone has made a mistake at work, and at some point we try to justify it with, well, it could be worse. Unfortunately, the folks at NASA probably cannot say the same. The agency lost contact with its Capstone satellite that was launched on June 28th. The satellite was supposed to orbit the moon for 6 months, but now it's flying blind out in outer space, which kind of feels like a metaphor for life, I guess, if you think about it. So a lot of places claim to have one-of-a-kind traditions that you can't find anywhere else. For instance, us Wisconsinites wear cheese on our heads during Sundays in the fall, and while it looks a little crazy, I don't think it's as crazy as running away from angry bulls. The San Fermin Festival made its return today, and you may know it by its other name, the Running of the Bulls. And as you can imagine, injuries are pretty common, so I'll just plan to stick to wearing cheese on my head instead. So while running from bulls seems to be a dangerous sport, playing soccer is usually relatively safe, unless of course your opponent is also a wild animal. The London Zoo shared this video of their lioness, Aria, gearing up for the UEFA Women's Euro tournament. The video was to show support for England's team, also known as the Lionesses, but seeing as how we just celebrated our country's overthrow of England's rule, I guess I can't say I find them too fierce. And meteorologist Conrad Sapinski joins us now live in studio. Conrad, you're the man when it comes to all things Poland. Do you guys have a national animal over there? I'm curious.
I don't know about a national animal. I mean, there's an eagle, but there's also a bear. I don't know if you've ever heard the story with the bear at war, but we'll talk a little bit after a little bit of weather that we got going on out there. It's just some few passing clouds. Here's a shot from Minocqua, looking pretty good. Just a little bit traffic out there. I know everyone's trying to huddle in for that Country Fest that we got going on starting tomorrow. So the weather out there today for the setup looks pretty good out there. Just a few passing clouds. Temperatures a little bit on the cooler end out there in the mid-70s, so not too hot out there when you're setting up and out and about. Same thing in Wausau, just a slight bit warmer in the mid to upper 70s with a little bit more cloud cover out there. But temperatures all across the state looking real nice and crisp in the 70s out there. A couple of 80s in the most farther southern part of the state. Same thing in northern Illinois. But the rain has moved out. Those severe thunderstorms that Madison got yesterday finally moved out, and now most of that is pretty much closer to Ohio and Indiana out there. So it is finally out and about of the area. And here in the Northwoods, we'll continue to have some cloudy skies tonight, but look what happens tomorrow. Some more chances of showers and thunderstorms arrive. This won't be a severe event, won't be anything massive as a all-day rain event, as everything's going to get canceled out there. Just some on and off showers. We'll feel pretty cool out there after a nice day out there with temperatures in the 70s. But later on tonight, we'll really cool off back into the mid-50s. We'll have more weather news coming up at 5. It's lonely out in space.
I 100% believe Joe Biden is to blame for the rising prices.
Some of the smallest things have almost doubled in price over the last 2 years.
Ron Johnson has always fought for lower taxes, and that's more important now than ever. Ron Johnson is a fighter. He's a fighter for all of us.
He's for the people, and he's for Wisconsin.
He's not afraid to speak his mind and fight for what's right.
Who will I vote for? Ron Johnson.
I know he'll fight for the families of Wisconsin, and I know he'll fight for me.
Wisconsin Truth PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
One thing that surprised me about the RVA is they want to do school, whereas it was kind of a struggle before.
All of the educators, the staff, the therapists, the specialists, everybody is so knowledgeable. And my favorite thing is that we all work together as a team for the kids. I really feel like we're partners with the RVA. I just love it so much. I know I've said that before, but like I love the RVA.
This is my zen time. It's
Like a video game!
this lawn brings me such pride, and I like to have
hops. We grow our own. People say, well, what are you? Are you a farmer or a brewer? So I say,
I am definitely a lines guy. When I'm done, I work on my mind and my
brisket.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your mow. How will you make the most of yours?
Stop by our dealership for special offers taking place for a limited time. Get great deals and service on legendary John Deere equipment.
Welcome back here on Up North at 4. Claire Kafka-Duda joining us now on the couch. And you're a part of a really cool event, or I guess I should say multiple events taking place this summer at the Campanile Center. Just tell us about that a little bit. It's for young students, right, that want to learn the skills of acting, right?
Yes. So I have the pleasure of directing the Summer Youth Theater Workshop at the Campanile Center for the Arts in Minocqua. We are putting on a production of Sleeping Beauty this year. Our camp starts on Monday, so there's still time to register. But it's going to be about 2 weeks of rehearsal, getting ready for the big show. And it's an opportunity for students going into 4th grade through 9th grade to come and play with us, learn, get a role. Everyone who is signed up is going to be in the show. We've kind of changed the way that this program has run thanks to COVID, actually. Gave us the opportunity to make some changes. We pulled out the workshop portion where we really work the acting skills, acting exercises, improv, projection, all of those types of foundational building blocks into the Actors Boot Camp, which was earlier in June, so that families had more flexibility either to test the waters and see what they wanted to do or just enroll in the production, which is starting on Monday.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
So I actually had a movie, people don't really know this, but there was actually a movie that was filmed at my house and my neighbor's house. So I know I'm a little bit older than a 9th grader, so how would someone a little bit older than a 9th grader have a practice like that? Because I know you said 4th to 9th grade, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so our program, it's unofficially a feeder program for any of the area high schools. I know some of the Rhinelander programs, they choose shows that have a lot of younger students in it. But our program, we're really looking at the elementary and middle school students because there aren't a lot of acting opportunities for them up here. Really awesome. The Missoula Children's Theater just came through Rhinelander, so I know there are area youth who are interested in theater opportunities. So this is a chance to come and explore the waters a little bit more in a different type of setting. A little bit more intimate, not as young, but yeah, it's really just, it's a place to learn and grow. It's a really high quality educational experience. There are so many different skills that you're going to learn in acting that apply to your daily life, either in school or future workplace environment.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that slide when Conrad just said they filmed a movie at his house. That's a discussion for another time, but I want to focus on this workshop, of course. But for students, you know, from 4th through 9th grade, I'm sure there's a good mix of maybe a few kids who have done some school productions or things on the side, and also some kids who have no theater experience.
Never stepped into a theater before.
What's that like to kind of balance that?
Well, it's really great. I use a program, Art Reach Children's Theater, where the playwright, Catherine Schultz Miller, she really lets the directors do whatever they need to. So I can add roles, I can cut roles, I can move people around, all copyright free, so that we can really tailor the experience to each child. So whether you have an been in theater before, or you've maybe only seen TV shows, it's an opportunity in a very safe place to learn. Everyone is very supportive. We make it a really positive experience. The most magical part is when you have those students who are like, oh, I'm not sure. And they walk in with their big eyes like, oh, okay. And then by the end, you know, they really blossom into something else. And you build a lot of confidence when at the end of 3 shows, you have family and friends giving you wonderful feedback of, oh my gosh, wow. It really helps them to expand their comfort zones.
So how many students do you have and how many more openings for the viewers? Maybe they want to sign their kids
Well,
up.
I think my numbers right now are at 15. I would take 1 more actor. I would take 10 more actors. I could go all the way up to 40. The ideal would be somewhere around like 20 to 25. I think that would be the most fun experience. But it's 2 weeks. It's from 8 a.m. to noon, Monday through Friday. So it's just the first part of your day. You'll have the rest of the day not in a dark theater. It's a great opportunity to meet new people. We've got kids from AVW school, homeschool students, Minocqua J1 schools, Rhinelander schools. It's a really great building friendships opportunity too.
Well, Claire, last question I'll have for you. You said you're going to end it all with a production of Sleeping Beauty. When is that?
So the productions are going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, July 22nd, 23rd, 24th. The Friday, Saturday shows will be at 7 p.m. and the Sunday matinees at 2. And if we have a moment, we are doing a raffle. This is a Sleeping Beauty children's throw-sized quilt. Raising some money with the raffle tickets. $5 a ticket available at the doors. The drawing will be on the final performance at 2 o'clock. The Campanile will make a donation to World Central Kitchen with the proceeds. So it's a really great chance. Send me your kids to be in the show. Then come and see the production. Buy a raffle ticket. Support World Hunger. It's an awesome opportunity for theater in our community.
It sounds so much fun, and we appreciate you coming on today. We're going to take a quick break here on Up North at 4. Stick with us.
This mystery about my family tree is unknown to me.
Celebrities will uncover how their stories really began.
My grandfather was emancipated.
My family was on the Mayflower. That's amazing.
Who Do You Think You Are? Premieres Sunday on NBC.
It's a can't-miss summer on Today. This week, clever ways to manage your money, from grocery bills to credit cards.
What's the #1 piece of advice to start chipping away at debt?
Plus, sizzling steals and deals. The summer essentials you just can't miss, only on Today.
Hypnotize your way to savings.
Breathing techniques to help you save.
Looking to make saving a habit?
Yeah, what's the secret?
No secret. Just open a savings account at BMO and we'll give you a cash reward for every month you save.
A cash reward?
Just for saving?
Mm-hmm. And when you open a checking account, we'll give you a $300 bonus to get your new savings habit started.
Love that.
What's your book?
How to get a $300 bonus and a monthly cash reward for saving with BMO.
He literally wrote the book on saving.
That's me on the cover.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
Get everything you need to take care of your lawn and garden from Menards and get 11% off everything. Trust Flexzilla Garden Hose accessories to help make your lawn and garden the envy of the neighborhood. This Flexzilla oscillating lawn sprinkler features an adjustable range to cover up to 2,400 square feet. Pick it up today for just $24.99 after 11% rebate. Get 11% off everything for your projects now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Bassett Jewelers and Engraving in downtown Minocqua is a full-service traditional jewelry store offering a wide range of jewelry and gift items to fit any budget. Find jewelry from classic diamonds to beautiful colored gems and pearls, engagement rings, and wedding bands for every style. Gift selections include jewelry travel cases, glassware, picture frames, and an extensive line of baby gifts. Bassett offers in-store jewelry repairs and engraving to personalize your gifts.
Bassett Jewelers and Engraving is proud to sponsor Buffy's Northwoods Kitchen.
Welcome on back to Up North at 4. Amy Burness joining us now. You are an author and also a life coach, and you recently published your second book, right?
Yes.
First of all, congratulations on that, but just tell us a little bit about this book that you just published.
So I wrote this book in hopes of, I have 4 children, that I could provide some inspiration, insight, and a little bit of my life journey and hand it to them and hope that they can use pieces of it to live their happiest life.
Yeah.
Sure. So what persuaded you, because this is your second book, correct? So
Yes.
what persuaded you for the first book, and then what persuaded you for the second?
It just was something that I was thinking about since I was in 7th grade in creative writing class, growing up in Montana. And I just loved writing, and then I picked it back up about 2-3 years ago, and now I just can't stop doing it, and I love it, and I love personal development, and that's really what I write about. And I think it's kind of a gift that everybody can give themselves to invest in themselves.
Yeah, and so you said you have 4 kids, right?
Yes.
Are they younger, or like how old are we talking?
So they range from almost 17 to 8.
So they're at that point where I'm guessing you can kind of say, hey, here's my guidance, and they're like, whatever, Mom, I'm gonna kind of ignore you. So maybe, you know, a book where they can read it on their own time. Is this sort of like a way to bridge that gap a little?
Yes, absolutely.
Because I've been in those shoes before as a former child myself. I trust me, I was like, yeah, whatever you say, Mom.
Yes.
So it seems this is a great example for all the folks watching, the kids, like dreams really do come true. You said 7th grade, you know, you're thinking about doing this and you finally did it. So what would you give, you know, some advice to little kids that are really interested in writing or maybe reading, something like that?
When you start something, never give up. I know that sometimes you don't see in the beginning that it's going to take time and consistency, focus, and effort, but if you keep going, I promise you that it will happen. It's just the thing that you always have to remember is your energy. Where do you put your energy, your focus? Where are you putting it? And if you put it towards your goals and dreams, they're going to happen.
Yeah, and so you have a copy of the book here. It's called The Freedom Switch, and obviously you're trying to sell some copies, so I'm not going to ask you to give away too many of your secrets, right?
Yeah.
But what could maybe someone pick up from reading this book if they were to purchase it?
So one of my favorite chapters in the book is called Celebrating Yourself and celebrating how far you have come. So it's a letter to yourself, and you go over all of the things you've accomplished, everything that you are proud of, and you have that letter to pull out anytime you're having a hard time in life, anytime that you need a little pick-me-up. That is something that you can take away. There is affirmations, there's meditation, there's circle breathing. There are 21 processes to really help you let go of limiting beliefs, create empowering beliefs, really to let go of anything that is no longer serving you and to help push you forward into the healthiest, happiest version of yourself.
Yeah, it's just changing your mindset, right? Is that like, if I could boil it down, is that maybe like the biggest takeaway you could give, right?
Yes, learning how to use your mind to your fullest potential.
Okay.
Very cool. So, I mean, I haven't read the book yet. I would definitely love to read a book like that.
I got a
Seems
copy
interesting.
right here.
Ooh, perfect. So, are we going distributing across country, across the world? What's the plan?
Yeah, absolutely. It's on Amazon, so it is available in every country, and it's just available for ebook and paperback.
Oh, perfect. Have you gotten like some feedback? I know this is very recently published,
Yes,
right? And
yes.
have you been receiving feedback yet? What's that been like?
Yeah, I've talked to some friends, and it's been amazing because I've used some of the processes with my life coaching clients, and in particular, one is like going back and letting go of like a limiting belief, and it's been amazing to watch people let go and then move forward, and they had no idea that this happened when they were 5, and this is what has caused them to do certain things. So that has been my absolute favorite part of that part of the book.
I can imagine. And so, Amy, the last question I'll ask you then. I'm sure there's people out there who are wanting to get more information or maybe just follow your journey as you hopefully publish more books and with your life coaching as well. Where could they find more info for you?
So on Facebook, I have an author page and life coaching page, and it's just Amy Burness, life coach, author. That is the place that I post a lot of my videos, a lot of my content. I'm on Instagram as well, just Amy Burness. But yes, I would say that my life coaching author page is the best place to get all kinds of information.
Well, this is awesome. We appreciate you coming on the show today as well.
Thank you very much.
We wish you the best of luck as well. So stick with us here on Up North at 4.
Very nice.
Guess who's making a splash? Care of Denord, of course. We make installing your dock easy enough for just one person, and you don't even have to get wet. With our peers, there's less maintenance, no rust, and no fuss, because we're factory direct. Made in St. Germain, come and visit us.
There's nothing more important than our kids' education.
Tony Evers is a former teacher, so he gets it.
He worked with both parties to fund schools by more than we have in the last 20 years.
Our schools are now ranked in the top 10 in America.
Evers is investing in skills and technical training.
and mental health counseling for kids who need it.
And he launched programs to recruit and train teachers.
He wants to reduce class sizes for more personalized learning.
Tony Evers.
Tony Evers.
He's doing the right thing on education.
Come join us at the historic Waswaganing Indian Bowl located in downtown Lac du Flambeau Tuesdays through August 16th. Experience the culture and pageantry of Ojibwe powwow, relax to the soothing sounds of Native American drums, and enjoy the vibrant colors of traditional regalia worn by the authentic Ojibwe dancers. Watch and take part of their intertribal dances and come tour our Ojibwe Summer Village gates, open at 6 with grand entry at 7. Come and refresh your spirit, paid by the Native American Tourism of Wisconsin.
The White Oak Grill at Chippewa Retreat Resort is open this summer, Wednesday through Friday, 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. Our casual menu has quick, delicious food made from scratch. No reservations needed. Come on in and sip your favorite libation and enjoy grass-fed steak and steak burgers from the Great Wisconsin Steak Company. For our menu and ordering carryout, text White Oak to 33733. White Oak Grill on Deer Park Road in Manitowish Waters on the eastern shore of Lake Manitowish. Guess who's making a splash? Pure Denord, of course. We make installing your dock easy enough for just one person, and you don't even have to get wet. With our piers, there's less maintenance, no rust, and no fuss, because we're factory direct. Made in St. Germain, come and visit us.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Kitchen Bath Mart. Buffy's Northwoods Kitchen on Up North at 4 is brought to you by Bassett Jewelers and Engraving in Minocqua and Eagle River Cabinets in Rhinelander and Eagle River.
Happy spring, everyone, and welcome to Buffy's Northwoods Kitchen. Today, we're going to be making s'more cookies, and in my mixing bowl, I have just that basic cookie recipe that we all know and love that I will include in the recipe. And to this, I'm going to add 2 cups of chips, whatever kind you like. It can be milk chocolate or dark chocolate or whatever. And I'm just gonna start to kind of gently fold those in. And to that, I'm going to add a sleeve of graham crackers that I've smashed up. And again, it can be whatever kind of graham crackers you like. If you're a cinnamon graham person, great. If you're a plain graham person, you're great. If you're the little graham bears person, so much. But we want to do this part by hand because we don't want to pulverize the graham crackers in the mixer, because then we'll just end up with more flour. And the idea is that we're just incorporating these and kind of trying to keep them into pieces and just get down to the bottom. And again, this doesn't have to be super perfect. Just try to get those in there as much as you can. And sometimes, if you use your hands, that's okay too. Because I've got a whole blob of cookie dough in the bottom of here that doesn't have chips or graham crackers in them. Okay, and that looks pretty good. And now we're just going to scoop these out onto our cookie sheet. And I like to use a cookie scoop, but again, if you don't have one, a spoon is just fine. I just have a tendency with uniformity if I don't use a scoop, so I end up with big cookies and little cookies and in-between cookies. So we're just going to put these onto the cookie sheet, and these will spread a bit, so you don't want to space them too terribly close together. And once you get them onto the cookie sheet, you're going to take 3 or 4 little marshmallows and just kind of plop those into the top. And again, that will smush out the cookie a little bit, and that is okay. In this one, I have a giant piece of graham cracker. And then once we get these all assembled, we are going to put these into a 350-degree oven and bake them for 11 to 13 minutes. And just like that, you have s'more cookies from Buffy's Northwoods Kitchen. Bake on, my friends.
Enter a haven for European-style baking at Boulangerie in Tomahawk. Fresh breads, pastries, soups, salads, and more. The finest ingredients prepared from scratch with a fanatical eye for detail. Simply the best. You deserve Boulangerie.
Hi, I'm Katie from Featherstone Cabinetry and Design. When I want my local forecast for Minocqua, I go to WJFW.com and check my hometown weather.
Your hometown weather, available 24/7 at WJFW.com.
The Star-Spangled 4th of July week on Jeopardy!
Ooh, a lot of back and forth in this round.
And if this category is not your thing,
orchestral instruments.
Perhaps we can interest you in
non-orchestral instruments.
Or how about a bit of the 90s?
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
These clues are a big hit. Plus, go from the studio to the speedway.
Hi, I'm Jimmy from the Jeopardy Clue Crew, bringing you clues from NASCAR.
On Jeopardy!
Jeopardy! Weekdays at 4:30 on NBC 12.
Hi, I'm Kristen from Sleep Central on Highway 51 South in Minocqua, your bedding and futon headquarters. We carry the largest selection of name brand mattresses in northern Wisconsin, in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Beautyrest, Sealy, Serta, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. We also have a huge selection of accessories to complement your bedding purchase. Sleep Central also carries a wide variety of futons and unique bedroom furniture with quality all-wood construction. Better sleep, pain-free, that's our promise at Sleep Central in Minocqua, your one-stop sleep shop.
Politicians have been threatening it. Now the Supreme Court's done it, triggering a ban on nearly all abortions in Wisconsin, even in cases of rape and incest. And Senator Ron Johnson sided with them on overturning Roe v. Wade, punishing doctors and hurting people, putting our health and reproductive rights in danger. Johnson even said, if you don't like it, you can move. Tell Senator Ron Johnson to protect us, not punish us.
You blink, and 2 years have passed. Time moves that quickly. It's your time, too. You can go to college. You can have a career. You can earn more. For your family, for your future, for you. Just think what you can accomplish in your next blink.
Welcome on back. So Conrad, we were chatting obviously before. It looks like the weather, Hodag Country Fest coming up this weekend. It looks like it's going to be gorgeous.
Yeah,
right?
It's actually going to be pretty good. Anywhere from 8.5 to a 9 rating in my opinion. Right now, just a good amount of clouds out there. Precipitation free. Temperatures in the 70s, a little below average, but weather looks pretty good with temperatures hovering near 80 the rest of the week. So I'm thinking it's going to be a good time out there.
I think one of these days we're going to go over the Conrad weather rating scale, but that'll be a show for another day. See you tomorrow on Up North at 4.